"Thank you for coming," Thomas told the well-dressed audience. Their wants and desires saturated the air, more pungent than perfume. Thomas tried not to wrinkle his nose with distaste. Instead, he made himself sound pleasant. "And again," he said, "if you make a donation to Rasa Biotech, you'll receive a full-length recording of me explaining my breakthrough with ubiquitin-inhibiting enzymes." He suppressed a sigh of relief as one of his adult colleagues leaned into her microphone to offer her own closing remarks. The press conference was over. Soon, Thomas would be able to escape the cloying moods all around him. His fellow panelists were distinguished molecular biologists and neuroscientists. All had gray hair. For them, college was decades ago. Middle school was even farther in the rearview mirror. Thomas was painfully aware of what he looked like to the biochem majors and journalists in the audience. A gimmick. A poster boy. He forced himself to smile as the audience clapped, aiming extra applause his way. He always got extra attention for being underage and visibly disabled. He wasn't a typical neuroscientist. Reporters surged toward Thomas, and he braced himself for a maelstrom of unwanted thoughts. His colleagues from Rasa Biotech gave him sympathetic looks, but they were free to leave, and they wisely trotted away. "Thomas," a microphone nearly smacked him in the face. "Thomas Hill, can you confirm that you're scheduled to speak at Harvard next month?" Like a trained monkey. Another microphone. "Do you have any school-aged friends, Thomas?" Even if he is a smart kid, there's no way a 13-year-old. Another microphone. "What do kids your age say about you working as a consultant for a leading biotech company?" "Answer my question first, you smug brat." "How does your foster mother handle your busy schedule, Thomas?" "Doubt he'll live to adulthood, even if he's in on clinical trials." Thomas attempted to power his wheelchair through the crowd, but reporters shoved past each other like vultures around fresh carrion. The barrage of thoughts blended into a screaming whirlwind of mood-laced nonsense. The attention had been tolerable earlier, when the vast majority of people sat beyond his range of telepathy. Thomas didn't mind 1 or 2 people within his range. Even 4 or 5 was okay. He was used to living in crowded group homes, but 30+? The non-stop babble gave him a pounding headache. He could not lift his underdeveloped arms high enough to shove the microphones away. All he dared say was, "Thank you for coming." Otherwise, he might accidentally answer someone's unspoken thought. His caretaker, Vi, pushed through the crowd. "I'm so sorry," Vi said with an apologetic smile as she squeezed past a cameraman. "Sorry." She pulled on her winter coat, whacking a reporter in the process. "Whoops, did I hit you? I'm really sorry." At 6 feet tall, Vi could take up a lot of space. People tended to forgive her. She was a natural redhead with a sweet, kind-hearted face. Vi got behind Thomas's wheelchair and plowed toward the offstage ramp. The reporters could overlook his determination to leave, but not hers. All they could do was try to keep up. Cameras flashed. The babble echoed against the high ceiling. The remaining audience crowded the aisles, eager for a close-up glimpse of the phenomenal child whom newspapers touted as the next Einstein or a young Da Vinci. Headlines screamed that Thomas had an immeasurable IQ score. The testers had no idea that he cheated. Thomas feared that if his secret ever leaked into the public, today's mob would be a trite little blip. He would cease to be a biotechnology consultant. He would no longer get opportunities to guide scientific research in an advantageous direction. Instead, he would become an unwilling research subject, locked up in a government facility, and poked and prodded until he died. He dared not let the world learn what he could do. Poor kid. Should get going if we're going to pick up dinner, for all he can do is study since he's so. Would think that his birth mother would come out of the woodwork just to claim him. The cacophony of thoughts went on and on. Thomas realized tiredly that most of them were not actually talking. "Can I have an aspirin?" he asked.